Okay, at least to find a grocery haul. 2 bags of pot roast, 2 cans of croissant roasting, hamburger buns, 2 things of dirty rice, a bag of corn, a case of apple juice.
What's going on, guys? Thank you for continuing to support the channel. Third video of the day. Trying to get back into a groove now that vacation season's pretty much over. Kids are going to be heading back to school, so we're back at home, getting back into the rhythm of how everything flows. So I got a lot of editing to do once I hop off of here. But I wanted to talk about another installment of the EBT and SNAP benefits breakdown that I've been seeing going on.
What the f do you mean that I'm not gonna get my SNAP benefits? What the f do you mean? Please tell me he's lying. I can't. What the f am I gonna do?
All right, these single mothers, because it's mainly single mamas I'm seeing, all right? I'm not seeing men over here complaining about their benefits being cut off. A lot of these single mamas that said that they could do it on their own. They don't need no man. They seem to be on the TikToks and the other social media platforms complaining about Uncle Sam no longer supplying them what they want. Okay, not what they need, but what they want.
I'm sorry.
I'm irritated. I woke up and now my EBT cannot purchase me no soda, no candy, no chip, no ice cream, no dessert, no nothing.
And I have no compassion for these people at all, especially if you're able-bodied. Okay, I'm not saying if you've been injured. I'm not saying if you have some sort of debilitating disability. I'm not saying for those people at all, because that's who the service is for. But I'm saying for these able-bodied people, young, they look like they can work, but they refuse to work. Instead, what they just do is just sit at home, fornicating, making more kids to be raised off of the taxpayer dollars. Okay, and I don't have compassion for these people because growing up, I didn't get any government assistance. My parents didn't get any government assistance. Even when I went to school and did my, FAFSA, my parents, I didn't get much because apparently they made too much. I guess if you make over, it's not much to be denied for government assistance, but if you make too much, yeah. And also, I don't get government assistance for my children. Okay, I got to take whatever money I have, and that's what buys us our food and pays our bills, to keep us afloat for the next month. But apparently these people on the system with no end in sight to be on the system could go get a job, but don't want to, rather sit at home screwing and making more kids. They got all the complaints in the world. And if you do enjoy the content over here, please be sure to hit the subscribe button, drop a like on the video, and join in on the conversation with a comment.
I've been receiving food stamps for the last 7 years, consistently. I just received a letter in the mail telling me that I now have to do community service hours, at least 15 hours a week. I have to take out of my time things that I do every day to do community service so that I can still continue to receive the benefits that I receive. Mind you, I am receiving the maximum benefit. I get $2,000.
You're receiving the maximum benefits, not doing anything throughout the day, unless she's working under the table, in which case she needs to be investigated for fraud. Okay, but she can't give 15 to 20 hours a week to continue receiving the money that you don't have to work to get. So maybe you should do a little something nice for someone else. Give your time at the very least, because it's not like if you're working, you're not working an 8-hour shift, 8 to 12-hour shift, and then having to come home and take care of your kids. The kid's going to school soon. I don't know her kids in particular, like the ages. The kid's going to school, so she'll be free during the day. She has time. You know, but these people are lazy. 60 to 80 hours a month. That's still less than most people who are working 40-hour weeks. Even part-time is 24 hours. She got to do 15 to 20 hours and she's complaining?
This conversation will queef in your night. Y'all suck at being poor. Do I need to slow that down for you? Everybody that about being poor. Got a fine haircut, wearing nice threads, got a $200 pair of shoes on, driving a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 vehicle, living in a $250,000 house. About the cost of food, their EBT money, knowing that we all got eyes. Box of spaghetti is 88 cents. Can of sauce is 99 cents. There you go. You fed your family for a week for $14. I don't like spaghetti. Bitch, shut up. Nobody cares. Y'all don't even know what the you can afford. Y'all out here calculating food stamps and WIC. Government assistance like it's part of your income. It's not a lifestyle. It's help. And you are helpless. Nobody forced you to spread your legs and have 14 youngins. You did that. You created your situation. Nobody forced you to not go to school, make bad career choices. Nobody forced you to buy a car you can't afford, a house you can't afford to live in, a family you can't afford to feed. You did that.
But that is only because I have 3 kids. Now,
Yo, if you have kids, isn't that a motivating factor to get up off your behind and do something with your life? I had my first son at 21. Okay, I made sure that I finished nursing school and could start working and grinding so that I could give him the life that he deserves. These people have more and more kids and they're just sitting at home collecting money, not incentivized to do anything, giving their kids the bare minimum of a life. Oh my God. I don't know. Maybe I'm different. Maybe my parents taught me a little bit different.
how do they expect me to be able to do community service hours if I can't even get a regular job?
Because you're lazy.
Somebody to f***ing tell me they're lying. I need somebody to f***ing tell me they're lying. I need somebody to f***ing tell me they're lying right f***ing now, because of what the f*** do you mean that I'm not gonna get my f***ing SNAP benefits? What the f*** do you mean? Because what the f*** is happening? Do you understand that there are people like me who cannot work? Do you understand there are people like me who have kids who cannot eat? Do you understand there are people like me who go hungry the last week of the month just so my kids can't eat?
You go hungry so your kids can eat. What is preventing you from getting a job? What is preventing you from stopping having kids? Because that's all of these people do. When you give them free, they sitting at home. When most people are at work, they're trying to fill up the time. They just sitting there fornicating. Then they end up pregnant again and the cycle continues. Listen, if you cannot work, it's completely different from do not want to work. Okay, if you do not want to work, I have no compassion for you. I'm sorry if you don't care about your kids enough to get up off your behind and go get a J-O-B. Okay, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. But don't complain like if that's our problem. Nobody gives a damn about the American taxpayers' kids. Nobody cares about it. Nobody's coming to help us. Nobody's coming to bail us out. If we can't figure it out, guess what? Our bills fall behind. Our kids go hungry. That's what happens to us. So I don't care if these people are losing their minds because now they have to be responsible adults. Welcome to the party, baby girl.
Because SNAP benefits is all we fucking get.
I know y'all gonna be mad, but I just need to say this. If you get food stamps, I get food stamps, it doesn't matter. Please don't go in the store picking up snacks because they took it out. Don't go in there embarrassing yourself, act like you didn't know, because I'm letting you know, and you need to watch the news. Don't go in there picking up that stuff. I know you used to buying your kids snacks or whatever, things they might need, but we are not able to buy it no more.
And thank God. Do you see some of these people? Do these people look healthy? They're going into the store and buying snacks, processed food, sugary food. And then black people as a race, we wonder why diabetes is the way it is. Hypertension, heart disease is the way it is. Look at our people. Look at them. They're the ones fighting, posting videos like this because the new administration has now said you can't eat these processed crap. you got to eat healthy snacks.
Let me tell all of y'all that's so happy that they taking away Section 8, and everybody in the world that's so happy that they taking away food stamps. It's cool if y'all feel like people been abusing them. It's cool. Do what you feel how you want to feel. But
Y'all heard that, chirp?
let me tell you from the other side of the tracks. Crime rate going up. Yeah, people going to jail. But crime rate is going to an all-time high. I'm telling you. The girls I know and where I'm from and the people that I grew up with, they not letting their kids be hungry up under no circumstances.
The reason why the government is cutting off all the Medicaid, the food stamps and everything is so we could turn to criminals, so we could all end up in jail.
And this is what I mean. They'll make up every excuse to justify them inevitably breaking the law. That's what it sounds like her people, the girls where she's from, her side of the track, sounds like that's what they're going to be doing. And they trying to justify, oh, it's because they taking away the benefits. It's because the government. How about y'all stop being lazy? And again, if you cannot work, it's totally different from being able-bodied. But a lot of these people are just lazy. Okay, when you are sitting here and already making up excuses in your head for why something is going to take place, instead of saying, hey, you know, we know that they're going to be rolling back the EBT and the SNAP. Why don't you start filling out some some applications? Go fix your resume, run it through ChatGPT or something, some sort of AI, and get it to have all of the keywords that it needs so that you can get called in for an interview. There's AI here that will do everything for you to get you into the interview. Like I said, these people do not want anything besides to just sit on their behind and, you know, live for free. Are they thinking about their children, the role model and example that they are setting for their children to be seeing? Mommy drinking in the middle of the day on the couch, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, on pills, smoking weed. Is that the example? As soon as you get old enough, you go have a baby and then the government will take care of you. Closing out, this is just the latest installment of these EBT and SNAP benefit crash outs. All right, I will be continuing to do these because these come across my timeline pretty much every single day. You know, where it's a lot of women are saying, my kids can't have this. My kids can't have the snacks they like. My kids can't eat this and eat that. And it's like, baby girl, your kids can eat whatever you want them to eat. Just go work and get your own money and buy it for them. It's not up to the taxpayers to feed your kids junk food and then be taking care of their health and taking care of them for the next, 60 to 80 years. Because a lot of these people, they teach their kids how to be on the system and how to extort the system. So, you know, it's just a never-ending cycle. Now, we're coming up on the end of our time together, you know, and I appreciate you for hanging out with me and making it this far in the video. And if you want this video to get out to even more people, it goes a very, very far way for the channel if you make sure you're subscribed, you drop a like on the video, and join in on the conversation with a comment. What do you think about these crash outs? What do you think about the Trump administration rolling back EBT and SNAP benefits? Do you think that this is inhumane? This is something that is, you know, tyrannical. This is a government just cutting off people that cannot work, that cannot provide for their children. These are not able-bodied people. These are people suffering from physical, emotional, mental illnesses, you know, and they need the assistance so that they can be able to take care of their families. And this is just, you know, the Trump administration again showing how much they do not care about people, how much they only care about, you know, the billionaires. Who's going to be there for these mothers and these children? You know, Uncle Sam, that's his responsibility, you know? Or do you think these people are lazy? As long as you're able-bodied to go to work, you need to go get a job. These EBT, SNAP, Section 8, all of these government assistance, they need to have a stricter process into getting in. And also, there needs to be some sort of timeline or end in sight whenever you get on these programs. It can't be going on it indefinitely or until the kid is 18. Now, it's good what they're doing with the community service, requiring that they do 15 to 20 hours a week to keep their benefits. But, you know, maybe it could even go further. You know, I don't care. I have no compassion for these people because my children have to go with whatever my paycheck can get. After I've paid my taxes and I paid my bills, whatever I have left over, that's what goes to feeding my kids. I don't get any handouts. I don't get any sort of help. Nobody is saying, hey, you know, here's $500 for your family to eat for the month. Nobody does that. If you're going to bring kids into this world, you are responsible for them. Okay, it's not on the taxpayers. It's not on the government. It's not on none of that because the government actually doesn't pay nothing. It's all on the taxpayers. Okay, but it's not up to us. We weren't laying there with you screwing and making the baby. You made the baby by yourself or with the dad, y'all take care of the baby. Okay, your bastard baby is not our responsibility to take care of. You know, but that's all I got to say on it for now. Let me know whatever your thoughts are in the comment section. Till the next video, y'all, please be safe and stay wavy.